You know, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I'm going to, and I'm
Okay, warning, offending.
and I'm gonna piss people off, and that's not my intention. But it's something that needs to be said. All these divisions within the motorcycle community, and even how we getting right down to who we define who we are. I consider myself a biker. Now, there's a lot of different definitions of bikers out there, and here we go again. Everybody wants to define someone else that rides a motorcycle. We got a definition for you. Do what? We all love two wheels. I even love bicycles, and I love bicyclists, but we're all lovers of two wheels. Well, you're not a biker. Now, excuse me if that offends someone. You know, you're not a motorcyclist. I want to be identified as a motorcyclist. Okay, that's fine. But I identify myself as a biker. But, you know, there's a lot of definitions for why. Okay, so I'm going to use biker, okay? For fucking give me. Like, oh, well, you're not a real biker until you've done 1,000 miles in 24 hours through wet and snow and grit and... Really? Oh, you're not a biker unless you ride a Harley Davidson and ride long and ride hard. What? You know, you're not a biker unless you're a canyon carver, because canyon carvers really know how to ride. You're not a biker if you ride unless you ride a BMW. You're not a real biker unless you ride a sport bike. You're not a real biker unless you ride a cruiser. You're not a real biker if you want to wear gear. If you ride gear, you're afraid of what's going to happen to you if you go down. If you were a real biker, you wouldn't go down. What the fuck? I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and we allow ourselves to define other people. Okay, you're not a real biker if you don't know how to stunt. If you're not a stunter, you're not a real biker. And, you know, it just keeps going and going. It amazes me. And we all wonder why, you know, the feds enact things that really they don't have to enact for motorcycles. I mean, how many motorcycles are there on the road at a given moment in a first world country? And how much are they really adding to the pollution? Hey, look, you know, I guess there's a name for me too, and I do worry about the environment, and people got names for me too. But the reality of it is, the number of motorcycles on the road in a first world country are slim to none, the percentage. But yet, we're worried about emissions, we're worried about noise, we're worried about a lot of things that we shouldn't be worried about. We should be worrying about the safety measures, ABS, and different things, traction control. These are all nice things. But even then, some bikers hate them, and that's fine. Oh, you're not on a real motorcycle. Real motorcycle doesn't have all that crap. Oh, come on, now stop. You know, we all ride what we like. And just the idea that we all like two wheels, isn't that enough? Now, why do we have to define each other? And again, united, we get somewhere. Divided, we fail. And when we're all divided up about helmets, no helmets, what gear, it just gives legislators a chance to bang us right in the hiney. Because we're not together. You know, if you don't like what somebody else is doing, that's fine. But they're still bikers. And most of us are adults. Most of us, I would say. And we know what we're doing when we swing a leg over that bike. We know the chances we're taking. We know the consequences. We know it all. Most of us, except the beginner rider. But to use this stuff and all these divisions we have within this community, you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to have somebody beating you in the head. Some legislator is going to try and make himself look good on your and my back as bikers. Okay, I'll use the motorcyclists to make some people feel happy because there's a division with that too. This is nonsense. I see it on YouTube, down in the comments. Whether you wave to someone, I'm not going to wave to you because I don't know if you've paid your dues. What? Nonsense. 50 years plus of me riding, and I just love two wheels. I don't give a damn what you're on. I don't give a shit if you're pedaling it. It's two wheels. You love it. Let's stay with that. All this other stuff, nobody's forcing you to do what somebody else is doing. And judging someone else by what they're up to on two wheels, no, that's not the point. You can judge all you want, but I did. No, the idea is to unite, to stick together. That's my idea anyway. And I doubt whether it'll happen before I die. I'll die wishing that bikers could just stick together and identify with each other and, hey, that's the way you want to ride, that's fine. I won't ride that way. Yeah, you know what? And look, I've heard people say, well, they're breaking the law and they shouldn't be breaking the law. Everybody, including automobile drivers. Come on, you stick to the speed limit? No. Every time I try and drive 25 miles an hour in my neighborhood, I got somebody wanting to run me off the road and kill me. In fact, SJ and I the other day had we were out on the bikes. Someone went between us. I'm usually behind her. I'm in the right-hand tire track. SJ was in the left-hand tire track. Someone went between us. They passed me on the left and passed her on the right in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. People don't pay much attention to the law. We've become a nation of lawbreakers anyway. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is what it is. So to down someone, oh, you're breaking the law, you're setting a bad example for all of us. As long as there are canyons and there are motorcycles, there's going to be canyon carvers. Now, some people don't want to use that as a name look, people that enjoy riding the twisties. It's a thrill. You even have people that own cars, sports cars, that love that. And as long as there's cars and twisties, there's going to be people on those roads. Are they going to be driving the way, from your perspective, in a way that you would drive? Maybe yeah, maybe no. But it's going to happen. And it's like with motorcycles, it's just going to happen. Are you going to, you're going to sit here and go through a red light, or you're going to cut a turn wrong, and you're going to go 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you're going to do that. But you're going to take cheap shots at somebody else breaking the law. This to me, you don't like it, don't do it. But to mouth off and call people AHs and all kinds of other curse words because you don't like what they're up to, you think you don't like how they're dressed, you don't like the bike they're riding, you don't like their style of riding. Really, really, and really. I said a mouthful. If I piss some people off, I don't care. If I got some people saying, you know what, he's got a point. The politicians are goofing all over us at times. You don't want to wear a helmet? You're an adult. You don't want to wear a helmet? That's not for me. I personally, I don't believe in it. But if you're an adult, you're a thinking human being. If you want to ride without a helmet, who the frick am I to, that asshole's riding without a helmet? No, I don't care. I hate to sound callous about it, but it's none of my business. We're all adults. It's like peeking in somebody's bedroom window and asking them to, have sex in an appropriate manner that makes you happy. Well, those people in the other side of the window don't give a damn about what makes you happy. They're worrying about making themselves happy, okay? I just look at motorcycles like that and mind you and just come together as a community. I've even seen people arguing about, well, you went to the wrong bike show if you can't appreciate this kind of bike. I mean, this kind of bike is really, oh, come on. hanging out with the wrong people, doing this, doing that. You know, motorcycling has gotten a bad image over the years all on its own. Doesn't need any help from people that, you know, are within the community, blowing the community apart because, all right, I'm off it. Just to get people thinking, that's all. Over to you, SJ.
Basically, guys, as you can tell, hubby's a little pissed off. And really, the point that it comes down to is ride your own ride. Don't worry about how somebody else is riding or how somebody else is dressed or not dressed. We are all part of a wonderful community of brothers and sisters of every age, sex, orientation, religion, color, you name it. We are an awesome community. And to sit and have division within our own community is sad to watch. You don't have to like the guy carving the canyon. That's his deal. That's his ride. You don't have to like the stunner. That's his deal. That's his ride. You don't have to like the cruiser or the sport bike guy. You ride you. You do you. You don't worry. But in the end, we are one community, and we need to support each other in everything that's motorcycles. Walls, when somebody goes down, I don't care if they were being stupid when they crashed, we support. Why? Because we are brothers and sisters, we are a community, we are a family. And that's what families do. We're always going to argue, we're always going to disagree. But in the end, we are a family and we are a community. So knock the crap off and let's start acting like it.